All right, it's live. Chris is coming. We're doing this from StreamYard again. So we're back at home together, back in Pennsylvania, back in the fall weather. Rainy day today, but it's beautiful. There's Chris. Babe? How are you going to go live and just let me sit here?
Because it's live. Talk.
I did. I talked. It's funny. Happy Monday. Monday. Hope your Monday is going well. There we go. Oh, ouch. Yes, it is.
Hi. Happy
Mondays
with the Mouzons. All right, y'all. We're
First
back.
try, too.
We're back. Glad to be here. Excited. Another Monday, October the 20th. How's everybody's Monday going? Pretty well? Yeah, cool.
Productive and ready? Ready and productive on this?
It's raining over
Monday?
here. It's raining over here. It's getting a little chilly. It's raining a bit, but it's all good. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Hope you guys have had a good October fall season thus far. I know we haven't been as consistent for a little bit, but we're here. We're committed to, again, making sure that you guys have all the financial resources that you need.
Yes.
We know that in these times, and that's what we're going to talk about today,
Yeah.
a lot of moving parts, all right? A lot of, I don't know, changing stuff, a lot of stuff happening. And sometimes it's just good to have a financial conversation. Sometimes it's just good to be able to talk it through, you know, a lot of what like talk therapy is, right? Cognitive behavioral talk therapy is like just talking through things. And then you kind of get to a place with a professional that can show you, well, you know, here's a different way to think about that, or here's right how to put things in perspective. Yeah. And it's the same thing with our money, right? You probably have some money thoughts, some things around, I don't know, something in your financial life, and you need to just talk it through. You just talk it through, but talking it through with
Get
the right
out of your head.
Right, out of your head.
And talk it through with the right person / people.
That's the key, right?
Yeah.
Talking
Sometimes we could talk it through with the wrong people, and it just throws us around in a negative cycle, which doesn't, you know, reframe it properly or get us to a better place. It just kind of keeps us in that same vicious cycle of negativity or, you know, non-solution thinking.
Yeah. So I've lost my train of thought.
Talking it through with
it through with the right person. There we go. Talking it through with the right person.
I'm gonna grab it.
Making sure that you're having the conversation around your finances with people that are knowledgeable. Ideally that they're professionals in it, because everyone has their own kind of money mindset and their own thoughts around things. And if you take in that information, it might not lead you in the right direction, right? You never know, because somebody's experience with money or somebody's thoughts may not be what you need.
For example, because, you know, in this episode, we're not really talking about like savings and, you know, policies and the right, you know, financial portfolio like we generally do. This time we're talking about like earning potential, solutions towards earning money, bringing in more money. So an example of like talking to the wrong people about that would be like, man, I'm not making enough money. I need to get another job. Friend. Yeah, I know. I need to get another job too. Well, there's this one job. What shift are you going to do? I know that's a lot of time, but it's about job thinking instead of then talking to the right person who then says, well, what are your skills? You know, what are some ways that we can have you earn money by using some of your skills and building something of your own, building, you know, some sort of income on your own, not job thinking, not, you know, that same traditional cycle of thinking. and just doubling down on that. It's actually like, no, let's take a different path outside of that same circle and try to establish something else. So that's what talking to the right person can do versus talking to the wrong person.
It's everything. It's everything in every area of your life, right? I do these morning mindset calls, and we say if you change your thinking, you change your life. Right? If you change the way you think about something, then that thing changes. And so a lot of times, right, just from an employee entrepreneur conversation, if we've been thinking about earning money in the same way forever, that's why we get the same outcomes.
Right.
That's all that comes down to, right? And
in order to think differently, you need different input.
That's it. That's the way it goes, right? Like it's real simple stuff. It's almost so simple that people kind of overlook it and think that it's like much more than what it is. But really, that's it. If you hung around, if all of your friends, just from the employee entrepreneur side, but like if all of your friends were entrepreneurs, every single one of them, none of them had a job, you were the only one with a job, eventually you'd be an entrepreneur. It's just the way it goes, right? You couldn't hang out with them. That wouldn't be the way it works, right? Like if you are vegan and your 10 friends all eat meat, one day you're going to eat some meat. Like it's just the way it goes because that's what you're around, right? When it comes to learning, what you input into your mind creates your thinking, and your thinking creates your habits. Your habits create your outcomes. So if you're like, money, I want to make more money, but we think about money the same way, you're just going to keep getting the same outcome. So we got to think about it differently. And that's why, again, you got to talk to the right people. You got to talk to professionals. Our framework, right? You guys have known if you've been sticking around for any length of time, right? Our framework is giving you a financial foundation, a solid financial foundation for you to build on. And that foundation, cash flow, is like the base of it. Dave Ramsey, good old Uncle Dave, always says that your income is the driver of your financial life, right? Like your ability to earn money is the driver of your financial life. All the other things you want to do, save, invest, buy the business, buy the real estate, retire, whatever you want to do, it actually comes on the back of make me lose my train of thought when I gotta police you, right?
Stop policing people.
Well, I can't, because you need policing. You're a wild rogue agent. I don't know.
See what I deal with. I can't even insist there.
I can't do this.
All right.
What is it?
What you supposed to ask? Comes on the back.
I got you. Get it. Yeah, I got it. It's cash flow is what I was talking about. Let's stay over here. Cash flow, right? Your ability to earn income. It's the reason why here. This is not productive.
We haven't seen each other in a long time.
It's not true. We've seen each other for a while.
It's been 2 weeks. I feel like that's a while.
Sure. Anyways. Your ability to earn income is the driver of all the things in your financial life, right? Mm-hmm. So even though we can talk about savings and debt and insurance and all the stuff, the real question is like, how are you making money? That's really the question. Like what's coming in, what's going out? And a lot of times, and I say this, I have another show I do called Biz Buzz Live. I do it every Friday on LinkedIn or YouTube. And YouTube, you should check it out. But on that show specifically, I talk about earning income. I say that our industry, the financial industry, has done a good job of teaching you how to budget and teaching you, like, even though most people don't do it and they're not really good at it, the industry as a whole has like done a good job of you being able to like look at your money. Every banking app has some way that you could see, like, I spent this much on groceries or this much, right? It breaks it all down for you. The industry has done that for some time of you finding out where your money goes. Apps like, Rocket Money and all these things that come out are helping you try to keep more of what you're making. That's like kind of where everyone focuses on cash flow. Mm-hmm. But the other side, the top end of cash flow is, how do you make money? How do you earn it?
Yeah, because a lot of the problem is in that side of savings, people are like, well, I don't make enough to save, so I can really hardly save, because by the end of each, month, I'm out of money, so it's hard to save, which then leads back to
you're saying your problem, right? Like
yeah.
you're saying it. I don't make enough money. You keep saying that, and that's a valid.
Now
like,
you need to go back to the driver, which is
making more money.
More money.
Make it like you're saying it, right? That's why we talk to a lot of people, and people say the same things. Like, I don't make enough to do this. I'm paycheck to paycheck. I don't have it. So then
that's not going to change if nothing changes.
Yeah. So then the solution is go make more money. But then it's like, well, how? Well, that's the work, y'all. Like, that's it. If it were easy, everybody would do it. If everyone, and this is where, right, you might get into the political side of things, but like at the end of the day, like government doesn't owe you anything. Like the government's shut down right now. This is what we're going to talk about today, is why we need reliable streams of income, because at one point in time, people believe, and some of you probably still believe, that the government is like the highest form of safety and security of a job. It's like, if you get a federal job, like you're set for life.
Right.
If you get a government job, you're set for life. Like, you just work it and then you die, right? Like, that's just, and the government shut down again for the second time in 6 years.
There's a freeze.
Yeah, I wrote an article. I wrote an article about it in 2019.
Yeah.
I'm going to repost. But like I said, have we learned our lesson yet? Like, it's, if the place where it's like the premier safety and security, right? No such thing, but like, let's just say that's what we believe. And it's shut down and people aren't getting paid and people are going to get furloughed and laid off and all this stuff. Like, is that still the right way to think about it? Yeah. Like, that's why, again, if you change your thinking, you change your life. Like, is that still the right way to think about it? We need to go back to the drawing board to teach people how to earn money. Yeah. 3 stages. And
really talk about embracing the change of the change of that mindset. And that's the issue. Most people have those conversations with people who are like-minded, because in the end, they're scared of change. They're scared to change and be like, no, I shouldn't look for a second job. I should try to, get a little more uncomfortable and try to create my own income or start a business. So what that really comes down to is like our fear of change.
That's right.
And our lack of belief that we can change and do different.
That's right. Morning, Aaron. Good to see you, man.
Hey, Aaron.
Yeah, that's true. It's a lack of change. It's a fear of change. And when we talk to the same people, we get the same input, right? When we are around the people that are like-minded in our lives now, like, they kind of give us the same input. That's why it's important to talk about these things with professionals, with people that can like help you down that path, because it's needed. So again, back to like what needs to happen, in our opinion, over these next few years for you, right? You got to create other reliable streams of income. You used to hear people say like multiple streams of income, like you need multiple streams. And I want to like replace the word multiple with reliable, right? Because it doesn't necessarily, just because you have, right? So just because you have 5 LLCs and right, you have all these different things that you could do. Like, which ones of them are reliable that you could tap into when you're like, hey, I need $8,000 for this thing. Okay, I can go to this stream of income. Okay, I have all of these streams coming in right now. It's allowing me to save more, pay off debt faster, because that's what you're doing it for, right? You're getting your foundation good. If you have multiple streams of income, then all of those things should be going towards the rest of your financial life. Is your emergency fund good? Are you out of debt? Are you properly protected? Do you have retirement and like investment savings down the line, right? Like, these become where all the extra money goes. If you don't have reliable streams of income, you can't do any of those things. You can't retire, you can't save, you can't pay off debt faster. So back to the drawing board of how do we earn money, right? And again, we're not always going to knock you having a job, because at the end of the day, like, some people need jobs, right? I don't subscribe to the, not everyone can be an entrepreneur. I don't subscribe to that. I think that's just rhetoric out there. I think every single human being has a talent, skill, or ability that God has placed in them. And because of that, in 2025, 2026, with you upgrading mindsets and skill sets, you could monetize the things, gifts, talents, and abilities God gave you, right? That's entrepreneurship. It's just ownership of your life. It's like, oh, instead of me going to this place, like, I'll just tap into like what I have and know, and I'll give that out, right? And so I think that whether you choose to have a job long term, whether you choose to create multiple streams of income from the gig economy, whether it's you want to be a big business owner, whether you want to be self-employed, like it doesn't matter. You just got to figure out how to earn more money. And the way that you do that is by identifying a couple things. I normally take people through this like ikigai. You ever talk to ikigai? Is like a Japanese proverb. It talks about like how to find your purpose.
No.
Yeah. So if you think of like four concentric circles, they all kind of link together. The four areas you want to think about if you're really pondering like how do I get to my purpose is one, what am I good at? Like just make a list of all this stuff, like not just like one thing. Like you should have like 50 things that you're really good at, and that's just you being self-aware. Like what are you good at? Number two, what do you like doing? Again, list of like 50 things. What do you like doing? Third thing, what does the world need? Meaning like where's there a need in society, in your community, in your family, in corporate, in the world? Like where's there a need? And can you just write down all the needs that you see? And then the fourth area is what makes money. Like what kind of business models make money, right? What industries make money? Like where is the money, right? Because there's some things that don't make any money, like literally they just don't. And then there's some that do. And how much do you know about them? If you take those four lists, you draw out all of the things you're good at, all of the things you like doing, all of the needs that you see in the world, and then what makes money. At the center of that is your purpose. At the center of that, when you find what you're good at and what you like doing, people call that their passion. But your passion doesn't have to make you money, and it doesn't have to solve a need. Right. So that's why that's just a passion. That's not your purpose. That's just a passion. It's just you like doing it and you're good at it. That's cool. Right. The intersection of some of the other things are like, the intersection between what you are good at and what makes money is your vocation, right? It's like kind of what you choose to make money from, right? So all of those things, and you get to the center of it, and it becomes your purpose. Well, when you're going to think about making more money, you should probably know some of those things. Like, what are you good at? Have you ever sat and asked yourself, like, what am I good at? Like, if you don't know, that's an issue, right? That's a lack of ownership of yourself. If you don't know, self-reflection, right? Just not knowing yourself enough. So you should probably spend some time, right? Making money, this psychology of like making money, like it takes time to learn how to do this stuff, right? So write down what are you good at? Write down then what do I like doing? And then as you keep pondering and thinking those things, the things you next have to do, this is like step by step. I've broken this down for people. Next step is you have to upgrade your skill sets. That's the key. We make money to the level of our skill set. We make money to the level of our skill sets.
That's why a lot of times people feel limited because they're not growing their skill sets. We had that conversation a couple Mondays ago, is like people just being like, okay with like, oh, no, I'm not really good at sales. Okay, would you like to try to get good? Like, or are you just going to not be good forever? Like you're okay with just never having that skill, just never thinking you could even, whether it's sales or like, I'm not good with people. Do you forever not want to be good with people? Like, do you not believe you could become good with people? Like if you read a couple books, put little things in practice, like that's the limiting mindset when we just have a fixed belief that like, oh no, I'm good at this, but that's what I'm good at. You could always get good at something new and increase your skill set and your toolbox.
So again, we make money at the level of our skill set. Aaron said, he just did some content for a business owner about ikigai, right? Because it's really, really, it's a big Japanese proverb, right? Like a lot of people talk about it. And again, if you are in this position because you're hearing like, oh, I do need reliable streams of income, right? Maybe you have been laid off, furloughed, people that have been, whatever the case is, like you actually have to start thinking about how to earn more money. And like we said, ikigai is a great place to start so you can get some insights on you and kind of where you should kind of point your missile, so to speak. But the other side is you need to upgrade your skill sets. We make money at the level of our skill sets. And so typically, if you want to go make more money, you have to increase your skill set. That's the way it goes, right? You got to like learn something new. You got to learn AI, learn sales, learn marketing, learn relationship, learn computer. Like you got to learn something more than what you know now. And if you're too lazy to do that, then we don't want to make money. Change your thinking, you change your life, right? Like that. You just got to think differently about it. So yeah, You're going to have to learn something new to make more money. It's just the way it goes. It's not going to come to you. Second, things that you can go do.
And most times, pause there, people are like more willing to learn something new when it's required by like a new job that they're trying to get.
Sure.
But why not just have that same type of thinking, except for like your own job that you're trying to create for yourself? It's basically the same thing. Whether a job is saying, okay, well, we'll hire you, but we're going to get you good at this. You could be saying the same thing. Like, I want to be able to make more money in this area, so maybe I can go get good at this and make more money in this area. So it's just changing the mindset of taking the risk and doing it for a job versus doing it for yourself.
Carrot and the stick. I was just talking about this with the team, right? How we're motivated in life. Most of us are motivated by the stick because like there's a consequence. So to your point, when someone has to learn something for a job or for school or for a task or for a test, like they'll do it because the consequence is great. Like, oh, I got this job, but I didn't learn any of the stuff. Now I'm not going to have a job.
Right.
Consequence, right? Oh, I need to study for this test so I can get this A so that I can, right, not be grounded or whatever the case is. Consequence, right? That's why we do it. When you want to now create a life for yourself, when you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to be motivated by the carrot. Because there is no consequence. There's no consequence to you not learning sales. You just live paycheck to paycheck for the rest of your life. That's the consequence. If that consequence is not big enough for you, then it is what it is, right? The carrot, what you see up ahead, has to be the thing that pulls you. You have to say, you know what? I will learn this because I see this opportunity and I want that's up ahead. And so that's just a shift in mindset. It's a shift in how you think, how you view life, how you view money and earning money. Right. So again, upgrading your skill set comes with you being open to change, right? Being open to actually kind of changing how you think about things so you can take a different action. Okay. So that's first things. Second thing that I said about like if you're trying to create these reliable streams of income, you're trying to go make more money, earn more, new conversations. You have to talk to people that you've never met. This is an unlock for people that like, you want to go make money, this small little thing. If you can just make new friends, if you can talk to new people, I use this analogy, this saying, new conversations need to lead to new opportunities, lead to new money. New conversations lead to new opportunities, which will lead to new money. If you are thinking about making more money, that's the way this goes. Right. And so if you have new conversations with people, it'll open up doors to different ways of thinking, different things that you could be privy to, all the types of stuff. Right. All of it. And because of that, you get a chance to now lost my train of thought again.
Sorry. I know. We're
Chat,
sorry.
we're probably not going to do this for much longer. Money Mondays with the Mouzons is going to go away very, very soon. Just so you know.
No, it's not.
And it's because of this.
What are you talking about?
It's because of this.
No.
New opportunities.
I can't help you on this one either.
New opportunities. New conversations.
We'll need to do new money.
New conversations need to lead to new opportunities, lead to new money. So again, your ability to have new conversations with people open up the door. It's that same thing we talked about earlier, like the inputs. Yeah. What you input creates how you think.
Keep you in that same cycle, or we'll get you out of that same cycle.
Yeah. So meet some people outside of your job and outside of like your neighbors. Like go meet people.
Be intentional.
Be intentional about meeting people.
Yeah.
Like strike up a conversation. I know this might sound weird to some of you, but like strike up a conversation.
Or join a group online. Join an entrepreneurs group online.
Join an in-person group. I feel like we need to
meet up.
You need to be in person more. You need to feel the energy of another human being that thinks differently than you.
A real estate event.
No, literally,
small like that.
Literally, like talk at Starbucks. When you go to pick up your Starbucks, instead of going through the drive-through, walk in the store and say hello to somebody. Like little things like that. When you're at the grocery store, make conversation with someone that you see that has a friendly face, that like smiles at you or something. Like ask them how their day's going or something. Like learn how to have conversation. This is a lost art form. in 2025, right? Everyone and the kids, the generations coming up after us, unfortunately, right, are struggling with this too, right? Because they're isolated and things. So like, if again, we're telling you this to make money. New conversations lead to new opportunities. If you don't have new conversations, you'll never open up doors to opportunities that are out there for you to make new money. So if we just start with having new conversations and start small, just do it a lot. You might have a new friend. You might find someone, right? Our neighbor. She's probably not watching. But the one you had said, like you guys went on that coffee date, right? How'd that conversation start? Is because she was driving down the road and like she stopped and was like, hey, I know, right? And they had a conversation and it led to a coffee date, right? It led to like a conversation, could have opened up the door. This lady's a dentist, right? So it's like that could have led to that.
And we were just talking, brand new. We just met. We live in the same community. We are similar ages, and I really liked the conversation we had right there on the street in her car, and I was out with the dog, and at the end of it I was like, hey, you want to have coffee sometime? Then we went and had coffee. We exchanged numbers and we went and had coffee, and we had a longer conversation, got to know each other even more. But that's all it takes, is just a simple like quick chat. And then if you want to continue that chat, you both feel like, hey, we had a quick little connection there, why not? That's how you establish new friendships. And I think as we get older, I was just actually talking about this with someone, as we get older, it's like becomes more rare that we make new friends, but it should actually become more common, because as we get older, we should be becoming better and better and better at establishing new relationships. Like it shouldn't be a muscle that's dying. It should be a muscle that's growing. And for a huge amount of people, it's a muscle that's dying, because just the society and social media and everything is so much more comfortable, with the screen, and people are becoming more and more and more not used to having face-to-face conversations, doing more things with strangers, getting to know more strangers. So it's just a muscle, just like every other skill or thing that we do, even exercise. It's just a muscle that you have to keep building.
That's right. And muscles atrophy, right? Muscles stop growing. And so the muscle of you learning how to communicate and make new friends, have new acquaintances, have new people that you can have commonality with, right? Like you got to grow that muscle if you want to make money. We're telling you how to make money, how to earn money. Like these are keys and things that we've implemented in our life, and we've watched people, and we've watched business people and all types of like implement these things. And this is how to do it. If you are a loner and you're like, I don't like people and all this stuff, well, you're probably gonna have to change that if you want to go make more money. That's even if you want a job. Even if you want a job and you are saying like you don't like people, like you're not going to move up the ranks at that job, and you're always going to be at the lowest stage. You're always going to be at the minimum wage, right? So like you got to learn some of these things in order to go off and make the money that you want to, I actually haven't heard of this, Aaron. Kaizwan, sometimes the next principle after Ikigai. It's daily progress. So again, good, right? Again, a lot of these things, right? They're very simple. I say this on morning mindset calls when I do them Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. I always say, right, like there's only a few things we need to know to be successful and to like do. And they're really, really small things, right? There's a fine line between good and great, right? Like it's very fine. There's only a couple things. And lost my train of thought again. That's crazy.
What is happening with you this morning?
It's too.
I had nothing to do with that.
No, it's too much.
Oh, because you hear
because I
just block it right out.
Yeah,
block.
Yeah. Anyways,
that's a skill.
Yeah, that is.
That came with motherhood. Blocking out noise, distractions.
Yeah, I'm not good at that. Not good at that yet. Anyways.
See, that's the magic word. That's good. See, that's what
brain works.
Yeah, that's right.
If anything I want to get good at, I can get good at,
that's
right? Like, but we're in a different mindset.
Yeah.
We're in growth.
I'm in a growth mindset.
Like, okay, you tell me something, okay, I'll figure that out eventually, right? Like I just know that everything can be learned. And so we started this conversation with saying like, if you want to earn more money, because you need to, just so you guys know, like you need to create other reliable sources of income. We watch the government shut down. One stream of income is too close to zero. You're always going to be susceptible. You're always, even if you're a high income earner, you're always going to be susceptible to something just taking it away and it completely changing your financial life. And so you have to learn how to earn. Okay. You got to learn how to earn money. People say it all the time. You want to save more? You want to get out of debt more faster? Earn more money.
Yeah.
Right. When you're like, I can't save because I don't make enough. Okay. Well, let's focus on making enough. What does that look like? If you're like, I don't know, I don't have any ideas. Well, that's where we got to start. Start using your brain. Right. You got to learn. This is back to school. It doesn't matter if you're 30, 40, 50, 60. If you're trying to make more money, you have to go back to a learning mode to upgrade your skill sets so that you can now have more to offer the marketplace, offer the job, offer society, whatever it is. Start with Ikigai if you're really lost and you're like, I don't even know what to do. Okay, well, what do you like doing? What are you good at? Where do you see a need? What makes money? Start figuring that stuff out. Take 20 minutes every night and just write those things down.
Yeah.
And after a month, you'll have an extensive list of exactly what you think you would want to pursue to some degree. And then you got to get some skill sets in it. And then you got to have new conversations. You got to talk to new people. You got to get new inputs. It's a real simple formula. It's just most people won't do it. Right. Most people are super distracted. They think about things the same way.
Fixed
mindset. They won't
Fear.
talk to professionals. They'll just do it all their own. Right. Like there's just a lot of things that get in the way. Fear, worry, doubt, family, like all the stuff gets in the way. And then the end of the month comes, you're like, I need more money. And this is what you got to go do. Right. Because you got to create some better, reliable streams of income for 2026. Again, we've watched the government shut down twice in the past 6 years. We watched nothing but layoffs in the first quarter of this year. I pay attention to this stuff. I don't know if you guys do or you have friends affected by it, but the first quarter of this year with Doge and all this stuff, like it was just a bunch of layoffs. People have been continuing to get laid off. The job market's not good. People aren't getting hired. People are super low minimum. Like it's not good out here, y'all. So we're trying to help you get better instead of complaining about it, instead of complaining about the government and complaining about all the things that like you really can't control. In all honesty, you really can't control the things that you can. Focus on the things you can control. And what you can focus on is your ability to learn. Your ability to learn how to earn money, your ability to upgrade your skill sets, to take action that's uncomfortable. Like you can control that. Just how bad do you want to go make money? How bad do you want to earn it? How bad do you want to get out of debt? How bad do you want to save? How bad do you want to get to your dreams? Like, that's all. To any degree that you're at, right? Don't let us tell you like you got to go do something. If you are happy where you're at financially, again, it's okay. We just want you to know that like if you are struggling or you have challenges or you need to talk to some people, that's why we're here. That's why we do this for this Monday. I used to say every Monday, but might not be doing this every Monday moving forward. But yes, those are things. Create some reliable streams of income. All right. Anything else?
Nope. I think that's it.
All right, y'all. Well, hey, it's been fun. I'm looking at the calendar to see if we will be back next Monday. I think we will.
What is next Monday?
No, it's
the
20th. No, the 27th.
Oh.
But this weekend was long with the MHS stuff, so I didn't know if like we had something on Monday. But we don't. So we'll be back here. We'll be back here on next Monday. Drop some questions, some comments. We're gonna keep upgrading our platform, so you're gonna see it's gonna look a little bit different. After a while, we're gonna keep being able to do some cool, neat things. Eventually, maybe even bringing on some guests. Who knows, right? We'll see. Unless you guys just want to keep seeing us or her or whatever the case is. Anyway, y'all, enjoy the rest of your Monday.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.